there's going to be an event called the Great Exhibition 2012. What they're celebrating? Well, everything really, everything that makes Britain great. And in the run-up to the main event, they are travelling around the country to find out what people love about their local areas. And this weekend, they've been in Southend, as I said. So what did the people of Southend think? Well, let's find out from Julie Benson, who is from the Great Exhibition. I love that title, the Great Exhibition, Julie. Marvellous.
Thank you very much. I hope it will be marvellous. Well, it's going to be great. It will be great.
So what, just paint a picture, before we go back to Southend, paint a picture of next year's exhibition for me.
Yeah, well, we started off on Saturday with 365-day countdown, so on the 30th of August, in a secret location at the moment, but we will be announcing that in about 2 weeks' time, in the heart of England, so it's accessible for everybody. We will be running a 2-week event where we will have a minimum of 1 million tickets for sale, and we will be celebrating everything that's great about Great Britain. So the way we're doing it, we're going up and down the country to find undiscovered places, undiscovered talents, things that people think that make Britain great. And within that, there will be the Great Outdoors, or the Great British Outdoors. We'll have Britain of the Future, so people can see what products are going to be available and the way that we're going to live and the things that we're going to do. There'll be a footprint of Britain, which will show you all the regions across the UK and how communities are pulling together and what crafts, what big commercial operations are there, how people are helping each other out in those communities. And then we'll have, of course, Great British food. So we'll have a massive kitchen area, and then we're going to have the stage where we're going to run Great Exhibitions Got Talent. So we're scouring the country for people to put themselves up on the website. If they think they're a great drummer, a musician, a singer, get yourself up there on the website and get people to vote for you, and you could be chosen to perform live at the event next year.
You're following in some very big footsteps, aren't you? Because I look at the pictures of the 19th century Great Exhibition and I think, oh, I wish I had been able to be there. 1951, I wasn't able to be there. I only just missed that one, mind you. But that looked great as well, the Festival of Britain. So is it going to be on the same sort of theme?
Well, absolutely. We are focusing purely on Britain, everything about Britain. And the Great Exhibition in 1851, Prince Albert wanted to do about Britain, then everybody said, well, we should show off and invite other people to be there. So we did have quite a few other countries represented. Yeah. But and the Festival of Britain, as you know, is a big celebration, but the government decided what would be in that. So what we've decided to do, because after the Dome as well, is go out and ask people what they want, because ultimately we can't make decisions for people. It's going out there to say, well, who do you and where do you think is great? So, right,
what did the people of Southend think, Ben? What did you get from Southend?
Well, we got from people in Southend that they think Southend is great, and they certainly thought that Adventure Island was great. The beaches are incredible, and a lot of people had come there on holiday, so they were thinking of lots of other places they thought were great, even though we were trying to focus on Southend. So Adventure Island was certainly one of the places they put on the map, but also little hotels, the crafts that they were buying, and fundamentally the people that they met. I think that they thought the people of Southend were utterly amazing, and so did we. They welcomed us with open arms. We danced with Southend on the pier, and we gave out lots of free wristbands, and generally, caused quite a stir, I think, with the 4 boys that are travelling around with us.
So the pier, I mean, that must have been mentioned as being one of the great things of Southend.
Well, I think it's the longest pier in the country, and not many people know that. And so we walked up and down, and we filmed a lot of frivolity and a lot of people. But I must say, people were a bit suspicious of us because they want to know why we are trying to help them. And I think that's, that was the sadness for me, is that a lot of people thought that maybe, we were trying to rip them off a bit. And so we had to jolly them along to say, no, trust us. We are trying to find out what you think. And doesn't happen a lot in this country, does it really?
Well, I think the problem is, of course, we've had our fingers burnt quite a few times in Essex, because people say, oh, no, we want to paint a really accurate picture of Essex, and we want to do this and we want to do that. And when it comes out, there are the patronising idiots looking down their noses and laughing at the county. And we don't like that, really.
No, and I can see why you wouldn't. We met, as I said, the people were fantastic. Certainly down there on the pier, they did everything they could to help us. They're all going onto the website to think of places that they think are great. So over the next couple of days, if people check out on www.thegreatexhibition2012.co.uk, you should start seeing lots of things that people think are great in Southend and in Essex in general, and we will represent you in a very, very positive light if we can. So we need people's help. We can't do it all on our own, so we do need them to get up there, and then as soon as they put up places they think are great, then they need to get their friends and their families to say, look, let's support this, let's show them. It's free, it can't be fixed, the votes are by the public, so nobody can interfere with that website. It will, and it's free to vote as well. So they need to put themselves on the map. We picked you out as one of the places that we think are amazing, and so we've gone around the shops and, as I say, local people. Yeah. So let's hope they'll get on that website and help them to help us to help them.
So so once they voted, then Southend could feature in the main exhibition next year, could it?
Absolutely, and if some of the what we're trying to do is that the businesses is all free for any business, any radio station, any person, any company to put themselves up there and put a profile up there, selling their wares or selling what they've got, the attractions. That's all free because it's a welcome to Britain site. So we're doing our utmost to get as much publicity for this as possible because we're privately funded. No. We've raised all the money ourselves to do this, and we'll continue to do so. So it gives them an opportunity when they can't afford maybe their own website to get up there and do some business, and also to put Essex on the map.
Julie, thank you so much. Julie Benson there from the Great Exhibition 2012. Once again, if you want more details about that, give us a ring on the BBC Essex helpline, 01245 348 348, and we'll let you know. Yeah, we've got a shout-out corner of 2012. What else should be featured in the Great Exhibition of 2012 from what you've seen? Because let's face it, it's our county.